We will now start with the chapter Discovering Tut. The saga continues by A.R. Williams. This chapter is about the last heir of the powerful pharaoh dynasty, Tutankhamun, who died when he was a teenager after ruling for 9 years. He died in a mysterious way. This chapter throws light over all the possible mysteries: the curse, where his tomb lies, his life, and ultimately his death. Egyptians believed that there is life after death, and that is the reason why the pharaohs were buried with wealth and everyday use items. Now we are going to study about the summary of this chapter. Tutankhamun was a teenager when he died, and his death was a mystery. Some speculated that he was murdered. He ruled in Egypt and its empire for centuries. In 1922, his tomb was discovered by Howard Carter, a British archaeologist. After 80 years, he was taken from his resting place for CT scan, which offers to solve the mystery of his life and death by creating a forensic reconstruction. Tut's father or grandfather, Amenhotep III, was a very powerful pharaoh who ruled over a period of 40 years. His son, Amenhotep IV, thrived him and began the strangest period in the history of Egypt. He promoted the worship of Aten, the sun disk. He changed his name to Akhenaten, the sun disk. Amenhotep III was a very powerful pharaoh who ruled over a period of 40 years. His son Amenhotep IV thrived him and began the strangest period in the history of Egypt. He promoted the worship of Aten, the sun disk. He changed his name to Akhenaten, meaning servant of the Atens. He also moved the religious capital from Thebes to the new city of Akhenaten, called Amarna. Further, he attacked Amun, a god, smashed his images, and closed his temples. Another mysterious ruler named as Smenkhare succeeded him, but who exited very soon. Next, Tutankhamun, also known as Tut, sat on the throne and ruled for 9 years. He worshipped god Amun in the old ways. However, he died under mysterious circumstances. When Tut's mummified body was discovered, he was laid with lots of gold, wealth, and everyday items like a bronze razor, games, clothes, cases of food and wine, as it had already been told earlier that the Egyptians believed in life after death. Carter discovered him after searching for many years. After researching on the treasures, he decided to investigate his 3 nested coffins. Some parts of the Tut's treasures in the tomb had already been looted. His tomb was rock cut, 26 feet underground, which had wall paintings known as murals. On the outer coffin, Tut's face was gilded. In the first coffin, he found the garlands of olives, lotus, petals, and cornflowers. It showed that he was buried in the months of April or March. The third and the final coffin put Carter into trouble. The raisins used to cement Tut to the bottom of the solid gold coffin was hardened, enough making it impossible to move. He put the coffin in the sun for several hours in the hope for the raisins to loosen up, but that did not work. Finally, he removed the raisins with the help of chisel and hammer. Carter felt he didn't have any other choice, as too if he hadn't cut the mummy from limb to limb, the thieves would have stolen all the gold. His men first removed his head, then they cut off every joint. After removing the body parts, they placed it on the layer of sand in a wooden box and put it at the original place. In 1968, again the mummy was rediscovered and it was x-rayed by an anatomy professor, which revealed startling facts. His breastbone and front ribs were missing. Later, on January 5, 2009, Tut was taken for the CT scan, which takes hundreds of x-rays and creates a three-dimensional image. The night of the scan, the workmen carried his body from the tomb in a box. They had climbed the ramp and stairs and lifted it on a hydraulic trailer that held the scanner. The scanner stopped working, which paused the procedure. After using a pair of spare fans, the scan was finally done. After 3 hours, his body was taken back to his tomb, where his body now is resting.